Welcome to Formula World. I'm your host, Dylan Shelley, and here's what's on this episode. First up on Formula World, I have the idea of returning to Formula 1. Two-time world champion Fernando Alonso has kept himself busy since stepping away from F1, trying his hand at sports cars, IndyCar, and is now competing in the Dakar Rally. Alonso has made no secret of leaving the door open for a possible return to F1, and his recent comments on the topic may hint at an urge to find himself a seat come 2021. I have the idea of returning to Formula 1. I feel like a Formula 1 driver. It's what I like most, and it's what I know how to do best. It is the top category of motor racing, but it also has its disadvantages. Formula 1 requires complete dedication of your life. I already had 18 years of that, and now I have to assess whether I want to do 2 or 3 more years of that or not. And when he was asked if he would consider a return to Ferrari, he had the following to say. I didn't talk to them, but I don't think this is the right time to return. It is clear that they are betting on Leclerc for the future. Looking at 2021, we have to wait and see who's competitive, and maybe Ferrari is not one of the favourites at all. More people talked about Gasly doing poorly than Max doing well. Williams driver George Russell understands that F1 is a sport where the main direct comparison is against your teammate, but he pointed out that he feels people's perceptions tend to be skewed for those underperforming. Regardless of who your teammate is, that is always the first comparison for a driver. People think it is easy, but when there is a delta between teammates, everyone always looks at the person who performs less well. People don't necessarily talk about the person who is doing well. As an example, with Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly, more people talked about Gasly doing poorly than about Max doing well. Our car was not good. Haas driver Romain Grosjean was candid when asked about the reality of their poor 2019 season and had the following to say. We blamed the tyres a lot at the start of the year, but unfortunately it wasn't only the tyres. It was really the car which had fundamental faults. Actually, I think our understanding of the tyres is good. We used them as well as we could. It was just our car which was not good. Fast feed! Mercedes driver Valtteri Bottas admits he has to be open-minded when it comes to his future options. AlphaTauri team principal Franz Tost believes that his team should have quite a good package for 2020. Haas driver Kevin Magnussen commented on Zandvoort, calling the circuit a bit crazy and very narrow. McLaren driver Lando Norris has revealed that Valentino Rossi inspired him to become who he is today. F2 driver Roy Nissany has been announced as the Williams test driver for 2020 and is expected to take part in the rookie test day during the year. Haas has become the third team to pass the FIA crash test, joining Racing Point and Ferrari. And after having spent time around the Mercedes team as a development driver, George Russell has noted that he believes Hamilton is one of the most hard-working drivers he's ever come across. Will Alonso return to F1? Be sure to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.